I'm Scott Reynolds, and welcome to Bucs Brightside, your weekly dose of pewter positivity about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, whether they win or lose. Now, I'm required to tell you that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lost at Buffalo. And even though that's a negative, I've got some positives to talk about this week. I can find some sunshine on a cloudy day up in Buffalo, folks. Oh, yes, I can. And I'll get to those pewter positives in just a moment. First reminder, hit the thumbs up button on this video, give it a like, also leave a comment. Doing those two things helps us with the YouTube algorithm, gets us in front of more awesome Bucs fans like you. Also, head over to Pewter Report TV, our YouTube channel, hit subscribe. We're almost at 22,000 subscribers, thanks to you. Please check out my columns and content at pewterreport.com, our website as well. Okay, Sean Tucker played football up in Syracuse, New York, about 2.5 hours away from Buffalo. So if you thought he was going to have a big game because of that, well, you were right. And Sean Tucker delivered. Run, Sean, run! Once a year, we get a great game from Sean Tucker, and Sunday was that day this year. That's a photo from my brother, Jeff, who was at the game. Tucker had a career-high 3 touchdowns against the porous Bills defense, including a beautiful 43-yard touchdown scamper down the right sidelines that showcased his speed. Run, Sean, run! Tucker finished the day with 106 yards rushing, the first 100-yard day for any Bucs back this year. In my opinion, he deserves the opportunity to start in Los Angeles on Sunday Night Football, or at least get 19 more carries. He has the speed and explosiveness to break off a few long runs with that many opportunities. Tucker should be RB1 until Bucky Irving returns. Now, the play of the offensive line was also tremendous as the Bucs ran for over 200 yards and for the most part kept Baker Mayfield upright. Offensive tackles Tristan Wirfs and Luke Gedeke were the standouts, and center Graham Barton put his best 2 games of the season together back-to-back against New England and against Buffalo. Although he didn't get great play from his wide receivers or from tight end Kate Otten, I thought that offensive coordinator Josh Grizzard called a pretty good game in helping the offense put up 32 points and come back to life in Buffalo. It wasn't perfect for Grizzard's offense, which still seems to struggle in the lower red zone and goal-to-go situations. Damn it. Sorry, that was a negative comment. And the unit does struggle on 2-point conversions. Crap, I did it again. Sorry, I am breaking my own rules here. Okay, well, 32 points is good, right? We can agree on that. And if the Bucs scored 32 points in every single game this year, it'd be 8-2 right now. So good job, Josh. Do you like buffalo wings saucy or dry rub? For Baker Mayfield, is dry rub because he was shaking bacon in Buffalo. That's right, shake and bake is back. Mayfield didn't have a great day throwing the ball in Buffalo, but we did see some shake and bake in Buffalo. Talking about Baker Mayfield's scrambling ability, which had gone dormant for a couple of weeks after not running for a single yard in the last 3 games due to some injuries. Mayfield was feeling better against the Bills and decided he wanted a piece of that 30th ranked rushing defense. Mayfield scrambled 5 times for 39 yards and his first rushing touchdown of the season. I've said it before, but his scrambling is the secret sauce for this Tampa Bay offense, and that's really what's been missing lately. On defense, well, Servassier Dennis and Jacob Parrish came up with their first career interceptions, even if both of those takeaways only led to just 3 points. Dennis caused Parrish's interception early in the first quarter when he pressured Josh Allen on a blitz. And Tyke Smith played a great game for the Bucs. He had 2 more pass breakups, including one that led to Dennis's interception. Tyke now has a team-high 11 pass breakups in 10 games, and he's clearly the best and most consistent player on Todd Bowles' defense. And somebody needs to tell Vita Vea and Yaya Diaby that they are allowed to sack the quarterback, and they're no longer in timeout. Vea hasn't recorded a sack since the 49ers game. Diaby hasn't notched a sack since the Lions game. It's time, fellas. I know you're bummed out about your Bucs losing back-to-back games, Tampa Bay fans, and I think there's another one coming in LA. Am I allowed to say that on Bucs Brightside? All right. Well, even if they do lose to the Rams, the Bucs are still going to be 6-5. And they got a very good chance of being 7-5 with a win against the lowly Cardinals at home the following week. Did you know that Tampa Bay was 7-5 after 12 games in 2020? And that was with Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski and Antonio Brown and Shaq Barrett and Jason Pierre-Paul and Ndamukong Suh in a healthier, younger versions of Mike Evans and Chris Godwin Jr.? Now, I'm not saying that this year's Bucs team is going to the Super Bowl, but with the amount of devastating injuries that this year's team has faced, I mean, a 7-5 record this year is in some ways more impressive than what happened when Tom Brady was throwing 40 touchdowns that season. Now, I don't think that Tampa Bay is going to lose the lead in the NFC South either. They've had it since week one, since that win in Atlanta. Oh, gosh. Oh, boy, Raheem Morris. What's going on in Atlanta? But Carolina is 6-5 right now, and the Bucs are half a game ahead of the Panthers. But Carolina's got two tough games coming up in the next 2 weeks at San Francisco and then at home against the Seattle Seahawks. The Fighting Dave Canales could be 6-7 heading into their bye week. Well, the Buccaneers will still have the lead in the NFC South. So don't lose hope. The last time the Bucs lost 3 straight games, which was in both the 2023 and the 2024 seasons, this team fell below 500. I don't think that's going to happen this year. And I still see a path for somewhere between 10 and 12 wins on the season and another NFC South title, despite this little poor stretch of play right here against some really good teams. Okay, the Bucs lost in Buffalo, but at least Buffalo's good for one thing, right? I mean, they gave us all wings. So let me hear what type of wings you like in the comments, folks. Fried, naked, boneless, sauce, dry rub. Let me know. I'm curious. I'll be back next week with the new Bucs Brightside. And while I'm at it, let me tell you about Pewter Report TV, our YouTube channels, where you can check out my Pewter Pulse videos, my Bucs Brightside videos, my appearances on the Pewter Report podcast, as well as Pewter Game Day. That kicks off at 9 o'clock on game day mornings here on Pewter Report TV. Make sure you check that out. Also, follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram at Pewter Report, and visit pewterreport.com, the mothership for all of the breaking Bucs news, injury reports, inside scoop on the team, my SR's Fab 5 column on Fridays, my Bucs mailbag column on Mondays, as well as my post-game 2-point conversion column. And I'll be back next week with the new Bucs Brightside.